Hello, welcome. Hi, welcome to this broadcast. So today the Diva Wing is going to be meeting the body wedge. So we're going to be talking to a fellow entrepreneur and inventor by the name of Sherwood Grant about his amazing product. But this is Kathleen with the Diva Wings. Thank you for joining me for this broadcast. And we are definitely going to have a little fun today. So stay tuned. We're going to just have Grant come on in just a second. But before we do, I want you to think about what it means to be an inventor. What would it take for you to be an inventor? What is the process like in the space of inventing? What does mass production look like? So I want you to think of all of those things, okay? Because that's what we're going to be talking about today. And how do you win at all of this? So listen, that's going to be the topic of discussion for today. And I am super excited to have my guest on, Mr. Sherwood Grant. So I am going to bring him on and we can begin the interview. Hello, Sherwood. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine, fine. How are you?
I'm good. Awesome. So, Sherwood, where are you? Where are you located?
I am in Oak Park, Illinois, to be exact. That's an area in Chicago, just west of the city of Chicago, small
Oh,
little suburb.
awesome. So, Sherwood, I'm in the space of inventing. You're in the space of inventing. And it's such
Yeah,
a powerful position to be in because we kind of control our own narrative, if you will, a little bit, right? We kind
that's
of
correct.
kind of have our own stories and all of that. So, with you being the inventor of the body wedge, I'm going to allow you to share your story. So, we'll start with how did you get started?
Well, I got started in for knee. It was a knee for problem that actually was affecting me at the time that I didn't know about. So my product, the Body Wedge, it's a tool that massages the psoas, and the psoas is a muscle that is connected to the upper half and lower half of the body by way of the spine and through the hip. So, not to get too technical, but enough so that people can understand when you crawl as babies, this muscle is being strengthened so that when you stand up, you don't collapse. So, this muscle is on the right and the left side of your spine, and it wraps, it's at the bottom of the spine and it wraps through the hips. And it's officially, its mobility or its actual movement that it controls is that lifting your knees up and like I say, to make sure that you stay erect so you just doesn't don't collapse over. Now the problem is that we sit so much, and because of prolonged sitting, that muscle groups or those muscle groups gets a little bit condensed, and then when we stand up, it doesn't stretch out because it's so used to being in that sitting mode. And then because it doesn't lengthen when you stand up, then therefore it's still crunched and crowded. Then it pulls at the hip, it pulls at the back, and it causes imbalancement. So most times, most back problems are due to the abdominal, that psoas not releasing, not being stretched out. So I actually experienced that, or started experiencing issues. It was basically from a car accident, but then because I became more of an entrepreneur and sat at the desk a lot more, then it started to creep over time. It started getting like an issue. So when I finally identified that the psoas was one of the culprits for the issue, I found the need to be able to kind of uh, create a tool to replicate what I was experiencing when I experienced the relief when I went to the massage therapist. So I would go to the massage therapist, or any kind of individual with the modalities to release that area. I was getting a great feeling, but I knew that I couldn't afford to see these individuals all the time. So it became a need to be able to create a tool that could actually do it. I could do it myself at any time.
Oh wow.
So,
That's the
yep,
part I
yep,
like. I like that you created a product that the consumer could use at home. That's a winning thing because everybody, everybody's now is into DIY, right? People are
right.
also very conscious of the money that they have to spend. Like me, I absolutely love my chiropractor. I love my chiropractor, but can I afford $75 a session? No, I cannot.
Correct.
If I could afford it, I would literally go to see my chiropractor like at least once a month or once every 2 weeks, because they're able to relieve tension in whatever areas you have. Well, they're the bone people. And myself, I'm a licensed massage therapist, so I know exactly what you're talking about. You need someone who can provide that type of relief for you, but it's good to know that you created a product that we could actually use at home to
Yes.
release that tension. And I heard you say that this was good for, and I don't know much about the psoas muscle. I heard you describe it right. I heard you describe it as a muscle that can somehow maybe increase your mobility, right? And I'm not sure, so you'll have to help me, but maybe increase your
Yep.
mobility. So I'm thinking about its use, even for a person like myself who had to, after an accident, I had to learn to walk again. My
Correct.
equilibrium had to be recalibrated and all of that. It may be good for the elderly. I'm not sure, but when you created this product, did you have any concerns? How did you know it would work? Like,
Well,
where does that
that's
level
a good question.
come from?
That's a good question. Good question. So when I initially created the product, I created it for myself initially, and I created for because I am a personal trainer and by trade, and I've been so since 2004. So I created this product in 2015 to be precise. So it's the first of its kind because there were no products out there that actually massaged the abdominal area, in particular the psoas, at all. So when I created it, I kind of used it on myself, and then I used it on my clients that I knew that could gain a benefit from it. And over the years, now it's been what 7 years now. Over the years, I was able to identify whether or not it's very useful or not, yay or nay. You know, a go or a fail. So in 2020, um, I was looking to get it on Amazon, only because 2019 there was a gentleman that had a product called So Right, and So Right, he created this product, and it actually was kind of doing similar to what mine was doing. It identified massaging the psoas, but other uses too because it's a plastic piece. And I was like, well, yay. They had a guy that's an MMA fighter. It was talking about the importance of the psoas. Even though it's a word that people probably never heard, it is probably one of the most important muscle groups of the body. There's a lot of emotional trauma can be held in there. And like I say, when that start to have some issues, you'll find that your balance, you'll find that you have back pains, you'll find that back pain will lead to hip pain. So it definitely is very essential, to be utilized. And I found for myself and my clients that they were really getting some relief from just using it. And when I put it on Amazon in 2020, right before the pandemic, like two months before the pandemic, it kind of took off because people were looking for something to resolve their back issues or to give them some sort of relief because it does become expensive to go to a massage therapist or chiropractic care and to come out of pocket and pay for that service all the time. So this came to at a price point of $40 on Amazon. So it was a winner. So since then, I've been doing pretty good in sales. And
All right.
right now, I'm just
Yeah. So
looking
let me
to
ask you this.
get it
So
out there.
we're gonna get to that good Amazon, right?
Okay, okay.
But let me ask you this. So I guess you could see, let's talk about a little bit about market fit and production. So this happened during the pandemic. You decided to put your product online or in Amazon, which is an e-commerce platform, basically. So let's talk about then when you decided to put this product into production. Hold on, before I do that, let's get your resume straight here. Because Sherwood Grant is a personal trainer. Am I right?
You're right.
Right. So sure, he's a personal trainer, right? Tell us. Let's go over your resume right quick because
Oh, okay. Well,
we need to know your level of expertise here. So let's take a few
understood.
seconds here and let's hear this resume. Sorry about
All
this.
right. Well, I've been a personal trainer since 2003, let me say, I've been an entrepreneur since 2003. I've been a personal trainer since 2004. I also, during that time, became more involved with the nutritional aspect. So I'm a nutritional coach after uh, starting to identify once again the problems. So my whole objective is to find problems and give solutions to it. So I would find that I could help people learn how to get stronger, lose weight, move better. But there was still always this challenge of how do you heal the body inside out also. And then nutrition became very important to me. So I became a student of Dr. Sebi, the Hutima Atra, and a couple of other people out there that I really admired that was talking about herbs and nutrition. So I became a nutritional coach at that time. And then I started to really see that there needs to be like this uh, what I want to say, compilative kind of putting everything together so that people can really get a benefit because it was a challenge because people would work out but they wouldn't eat better and they would eat better but they wouldn't work out. So it became very important to me to be able to try to get them to put things together. And so through a lot of trial and error with with my clients, I became more and more involved with the nutritional and the physical aspect. So I've been at it for a while. I have a
Okay.
nutritional product out there. I have
Okay.
this tool out there,
So
and I
you've
will
been
be
out there.
active.
Okay. So you have developed this product. You did it yourself. You have the expertise to support your invention or your idea. You use the product yourself, and now you have introduced this product to the general public, to the general marketplace. So
Correct.
listen, I'm one of those people who I work out, right? I get up at least 3 to 4 times a week and I do my 2 mile walk. When I'm in my office, I have two sets of weight. I have a set of pink weights. I have these gray weights. So sometimes when I'm in the office and I'm on my break, I'm like doing my thing. And I keep weights in my living room, in my office, and in my bedroom. And this is why, because sometimes you don't realize you haven't exercised, like you haven't did anything good for your body. And I like
Right.
to take whatever time I have. If I'm watching a movie in my room, it's easy for me to grab my weights and kind of just do something. So that's why I kind of keep them laying around. And also when I'm in my office, sometimes I sit on this guy, my big
Yeah.
my big ball. Instead of sitting in my
Yeah.
chair, I sit on
Hey,
my.
gotta,
You got your
gotta,
ball.
get miles around. Always gotta have one closer around.
So yeah, sometimes when I'm sitting on my office instead of sitting on my chair, I sit on my ball because I understand that it helps you work on your core, right? Which is your center, whatever. I'm not a professional person like you, but I do understand some things because I did desire to be a personal trainer at one point. But so yeah, it's very important that we are conscious of the fact that our health matters. So I do
Yes.
work
Yes.
out. Yeah, I do work out some, and I eat a pretty reasonable diet. In fact, the last time I went to the doctor, my doctor was like, "Why are you still losing weight? Like, what's like is something going on?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm working out more, and I have this whole goal of having abs by 50, right? Which
There you go.
I already know I'm not gonna get the abs, but hey, this morning, guess what? Okay, I'm not showing out y'all because I'm still, chubby. But this morning I figured out I can actually touch fingers
There
around
you go.
my
So it can
How you
happen. Trust
working?
me, it can happen.
What was
That's
that?
one of the main reasons why I'm in this field because my whole tagline is to bridge the gap between health and fitness. Because there's one thing to be healthy and there's another thing to be fit, and it seems that I knew people that were in both arenas, but they were not blending them together. So I want to see that they collaborate. all the time together. In order to be fit, you need to be healthy. In order to be healthy, you should be fit. But there's ways to do so, but a lot of people think they know, but I'm here to challenge that. I want to teach people about functional movements because just using machines or going to the gym and we're getting what they call a workout, that's not really it. You need to be able to, operate in a space that you're getting stronger, faster, and more mobile. If you are achieving that with your movements to get strong, fast, and mobile, now we're talking about youthfulness. Now, in order to do that, though, you got to create some balance. You got to be able to create, the know-how of what to do for you, for your body, and find out what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are, and use those to your advantage. So there's a lot. I could talk a whole lot about the
Listen,
fitness aspect.
it sounds like I could just look. It sounds like I could just. It sounds like I could just disappear and let you just go with it. So listen, what are the three things you just said? Faster. What was it?
So if you're not getting faster, stronger, and more agile, so if your workouts are not giving you that, because if you are slow, weak, and stiff, then you are considered to be old. I don't care what age you are. You could be 25 years old. If you are slow, stiff, and weak, we're saying you're old.
Yeah,
Now, if
you need
you're
some
80, right? If you're 80 and you are fast, strong, and agile, we're not calling you old. We're calling you an athlete. And that's where we miss a lot of times because our workouts that people perform are not achieving that. Sometimes it's giving them a sweat. It may even be increasing their muscles, but are you really stronger? Can you use the muscle? Are you really quick? Are you getting faster or are your workouts causing you to be slower? And are you agile? How mobile are you? Can you move? Can you invert? Can you flip? Can you turn?
Listen,
So
Sherwood,
there's a
you
lot to it.
on and on and on. Bottom line is, if you need a personal trainer, he sounds like he's your guy. Sherwood sounds like he's your guy. So
Yeah,
listen,
well, listen, I try to put it all as an inventor. You get so busy, I try to put it all at a location that people can actually ascertain. So, I'm still working at it.
okay. So listen, with this product, the body wedge, which I'm about to allow the audience to take a firsthand look at it. With this product, the body wedge, can you tell me what it was like to design this product? What was it like to design this product? Did you work with an engineer? Did you come up with the design yourself? Did you do a 3D CAD
So,
model? How was
right.
the process?
Well, first let me grab the tool real quick. I should have had it on hand. Um, so this is the tool, all right, and it is made like almost in a way that like a hand. It's like the hand of my massage therapist, so that when I put it in the abdominal area, right up in here, back up here, when I put it right up in here, it can I can lay on top of it on the floor, and it kind of gets down deep and massages. So it's a foam tool. So what I initially did to talk more about that, I actually took some foam and I started to carve out what I felt I needed in order to get it massaged, get it to imitate my massage therapist.
So
So I
what
kind of foamed it up.
foam did you use?
You know what? I took that of a foam roller, like a almost like a log. Those foam rollers that are like logs. They usually see them at the gym. They're long and they're
Oh, gotcha,
round.
gotcha. Kind of like my yoga cube. Like I have a
Well,
yoga.
that's a block. Yeah. So, but
Yeah,
usually there's a log called a foam roller. So I
yeah.
kind of took a foam roller, used that as my rough material, my raw material, and I
Okay.
kind of etched it out. And when I etched it out, then I actually connected with a CAD person online to be able to
Okay.
give me a nice smooth, a design of it. And then I contacted a phone company, to start talking about the process of getting it manufactured.
Okay.
So I was pretty swift in putting everything together. And prior to that, then I got it patented. Went and got it patented, the idea. and
Okay.
got it
Well, hold on,
trademarked.
slow down just a little bit. Slow down, Sherwood. So
Okay.
listen, it's important. I want to have this conversation because I'm a person who educates the everyday person on how to move into the space of inventing your own products and ideas. Some people
Right.
don't understand the design part. Some people think, oh, I need an engineer right away. They skip the
Right.
part where you kind of DIY it and kind of play with some materials and some things that may work for your project idea. So I do love the fact that here you are taking an ordinary tool that's usually used in the gym, and then you're taking it and manipulating it, cutting, designing is what you're actually doing, developing the
Correct.
product, and you're trying to see what's going to fit for your product idea. Now, I know as a person who's in the space of inventing that you'll be surprised how many levels of foam there are. There's the foam that
Hmm.
goes in like the couch cushion. There's a
Yes.
more dense foam that like my cube is a really dense foam. Like it doesn't bend or flex when I use it, but it's soft enough for me to place my knees on it when I'm doing yoga and my stances or whatever I'm doing. And then there's like oh I hit my button. I got this stupid button in my office. And then there's other grades of foam, like this foam that would be used to reduce the sound in the room, or maybe it's the packaging in some type of box or something like that. And so
Correct.
when you were making that product, I want my audience to understand that when you're making a product and you're getting ready to go into production, you have to understand materials, how they
Yes.
respond to tension, how they
Yes.
respond to use, because you want to develop the highest quality of a product that you can. And you want to kind of do it right the first time. Because I know for me, when I was developing the Diva Wings, you got to pay for every little step. You got to pay for the
Hmm.
3D models. You got to pay the designer to help you with the designs. You got to pay the designer to help with the CAD because the machine reads all of that. Not a person standing there with a pencil and making clay. This is this is you're getting ready to go into production mode, and so I want the
Right.
audience to understand that. So when you worked on this product and you kind of figured out, hey, I can use this type of foam and this is how I want it to be shaped, because you clearly understood how it needed to be shaped to affect the psoas muscle. So
Correct.
once you finish making your wedge, what was your next step? You went to a 3D CAD model. I'm sure they made you some samples, which are for the audience. Most samples, well, not most samples. Some samples run you. I know mine ran me a little bit over $100. And so you have your product made, a sample, just so you can start testing it out. But what was that next step like when you said to yourself, hey, look, I need like 100 of these, or
Correct.
I want to run 1,000 just to see if I can get somebody interested in this. What was that step like during production? What did that look like
Well,
for
yeah, you're correct. So after I did take the raw material and kind of shaped it like I wanted to, and I found a person online to actually help me get the CAD design. I paid probably more than I should. It was about $900 at the time, and but they gave me a good CAD design. By the time I made it to the manufacturers of foam, like you said earlier, there are different types of foam, so you had to do your due diligence to find out, what works best for you, or for the product at least, and the density and the pounds. And then once I did that, then therefore it was a lot easier because the manufacturer actually created CAD design that I needed also. So I could have bypassed that process if I really wanted to. But I will say this, that it was so important to kind of think this through, because I didn't waste a lot of material or money making the mistakes. Of course, we have to have trial and error, but I thought it through enough that I felt like once I hit raw material, I made a couple of different designs. I got a nice knife that can easily cut through the foam, so I can at least get have something to play with. And once I actually achieve that, then streamlining that process through the CAD designer and finding someone that can manufacture it. it was just like about, giving me 100. I started there. I just needed 100, and seeing where, and started using, since I was in the gym already, I just started using in the gym, having my clients to come and use it. I had classes, and I actually put together a kit of other tools too. So there was this idea of making sure I have an upsell. So I can sell this individually by itself, but then what would be the next step? So since this is what's considered a trigger point release tool, so trigger point release for the muscles are having tools that you would utilize to kind of relax the muscle. So I was like, well, let me put a kit together that I can teach people, have other tools in there that can teach people how to release the quad or your butt cheek, the glutes, or the hamstring or your calves. And so then therefore I can have a kit that would actually create this like self massage for yourself that you would periodically utilize to be able to feel better. So uh, I went from one thing, the body wedge, to the upsell, the body wedge kit. And then at that point, when I actually put it on the back burner, in 2015, 2016,
So
because
well,
it was so new.
let's go back to production. So when you
Hmm.
decided to do 100, did you go local? Were you talking to somebody in China? What did that?
Oh
What?
no, I have not branched out into the China area except
Okay,
with my
so it's
trademark.
home.
Yeah,
It's home. Yeah. So you stay local,
yeah,
domestic in the United States.
I
Um,
did.
I know I had a product that was made with foam called the Stop and Stick, which is getting ready to go back into production actually. And we utilized a company out of Florida for the foam that we had to use in our said product. Did you find it difficult to locate a company that could manufacture the product that could deliver you 100 of your said product? Did you find that difficult? Was it easy? What was that process like?
So, so I'm in that search to start out. I actually found three companies that they actually gave me samples. So out the three, I just went for the best of the price point.
Okay.
But at right now, I'm looking for a company that can even perfect it even more, because the process for this tool to be made in foam um, is a water jet kind of process that's being used, and it leaves striations into the foam a little bit. And so it's not quite as smooth. At this point now, I want perfection with the tool. So it has a little striations. It doesn't affect the use of it at all.
Right.
But I want to make sure that it's definitely like visually smooth all the
Aesthetically,
way around. And
aesthetic.
now that process, yeah, aesthetically, perfect all the way around. So that process has been a little bit more difficult because there's special tools that's needed in order to have that to take place, and it can be kind of costly. So right now, I'm able to keep the cost down, even though I know that I can even bring it down even further. But once I got the 100, it wasn't really about, for me, it wasn't really about selling. It was just about proof of concept. So I kind of put it out there in my local area and had clients, that people that I knew that would definitely needed it to utilize it, and I'll have classes that people would just use it in general, because massaging the abdominal area, even for digestive purposes, you'd be quite surprised. Like I said, we all sit, so everyone would get a benefit from massaging their abdominal area.
Awesome. What I like about what you just said was, when it comes to production, the bottom line is you have to start somewhere. It's just like with me, with my product, the Diva Wing, that you can kind of see behind me, the pink bra organizer.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
Going into production, I wanted it a certain way. I wanted it to have a certain smooth finish, and of course, at this point, I've managed to do that. But initially when I first got my first samples, I was like, ugh, like you can see those striation marks and all that kind of stuff. But the thing about it is, it was a quality product then, and it's a quality product now, and it's worth sharing with the public. So going into that production and you're getting your first 100 is a big deal, The big deal
Hmm.
is also, like you said, you can see how you can save time and you can save money and you can actually not waste product, because you know how you want to go into mass production. And I was talking to a business owner yesterday about production, and I was saying to them, hey, listen, you have to know your bottom numbers. You have to know how much money you are about to spend. And like you said, you had three people that could make that product. You have to go to the one who not only can deliver that product, but offer you a great price point, because that's a
Exactly.
part of production. Yesterday, I negotiated a deal with my manufacturer. My manufacturer is in China. And so yesterday, I negotiated a deal and I negotiated shipping as well. Now my camera want to start acting crazy. Hold on. I don't know why it does that, and it irritates my eyes. Oh, it stopped. I don't know why it does
Yes,
that.
it did.
But anyway, I had negotiated a deal because although the price is relatively low for my product, I noticed they added 5 cents. Now a lot of people
Mm.
go, "What's a nickel?" A nickel is a lot. When you're making 1,000, 25,000, 50,000,
Yeah.
that's 50,000 nickels. If you're making 100, that's 100 nickels. Nickels add up, and so I
Yes.
went back and talked to them, and I said, "Hey, listen, I noticed you went up on this by 5 cents. I thought we negotiated a price for this much." We'll come to find out they lowered the price 5 cents lower, excuse me, than the original price. So I was really happy
Wow.
with that. And
Wow.
then
Yeah.
on the second piece, I said, well, I don't want to pay that much for the second piece. Can we lower that? They didn't change the price on the second piece, but they changed the price on my third piece. And they dropped the price on my third piece by 8 cents a pop. And so overall, I ended up saving about 15, 20, I can't remember the number, but about 15 or 16 cent per package. And when you look at 15 or 16 cent per package, whatever the numbers were, I ended up saving $340. So
Hey, every little bit counts.
listen, when you're going through production, talk to the company that's manufacturing your product, because you're going to need the lowest price point. That helps you increase your profit margin. And when you
Right.
can increase your profit margin by any stretch, I don't care if it's a penny saved is a penny that you can then reintroduce into your brand, right? You can reinvest into your brand and into your product. So save that penny. Pennies add up. So Sherwood,
Yeah.
this has been a great interview. I appreciate you for coming on. What we're going to do now is I want us to kind of see how you can get the body wedge. And so this is Sherwood Grant with the body wedge, and its
Hmm.
specific design is to help you release tension in your soul ass muscle. So did I say that right? That sounded real
You
strong.
said it right. You did really good.
That
That was
sounded
the
really
reason I put it
strong.
on the back burner.
I
I,
extended the
I,
end.
yes. Yes.
So listen, this is Sherwood Grant with the Body Wedge, and I want you to know where you can actually find this product. So as you can see at the bottom on the ticker, just go to thebodywedge.com, thebodywedge.com, and you can purchase this product. Now, another way you can purchase this product is you actually can just go to, give me 1 second, let me take this out. You can go to Amazon.
Yes.
You can go to Amazon. Now, if you have time, you can write that down. I'm also going to put it in the chat so that you all can clip it if you want to clip it. But yeah, you literally can go to Amazon and purchase this product. Give me just a second. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Give me 1 second
Thank you.
here. And yeah, tell us about Amazon. You don't have to tell us the price, but once you go into production and you want to be on Amazon, is Amazon acting as your fulfillment center?
They are. They are my fulfillment center, and they get their piece of the pie for sure. They're going to get their piece of the pie. But right now, that is the only marketplace I'm using, and that I have used in the last 2 years. I'm looking to branch out from that, but it has been good to me. But creating that listing has been a process. Understanding, how to create a profitable listing has been a process, and you end up spending money for individuals to help and assist in that manner, and I end up losing some money too, by who you pick and choose. You want to make sure that you do your investigative work. So it is a process, but it definitely has been worthwhile.
Awesome. I like that. Like the honesty, people don't understand that sometimes it takes some to win some, right? Sometimes you have to
Right.
put the product in places, so that you can have success. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love Amazon. Amazon gets some of my money every week. I have subscription services through Amazon. So Amazon is totally amazing. What I do want to show people, I'm going to share my screen right now. Hopefully everyone can see it. So you
Hmm.
can actually pick up Sherwood's product on Amazon. This is what it looks like on Amazon. And you can visit his website as well. But the body
Hmm.
wedge relieves referred hip, knee, and lower back pain for your psoas muscle. I think this is nicely done. Restore, maintain, recover, and alleviate. Make sure you choose the wedge and you understand the size of the wedge that you need, because I
Correct.
do understand they come in sizes.
Correct.
Um, if you want to explain that while I'm showing this, you can.
Yeah, the sizes is based upon height. So there are three sizes: the small, the medium, the large, to the large to extra large. So small to medium is color coded. Small to medium is blue. As for any individuals that's under 5'6", the medium to large, which is the color red. That's from those that are 5'6" to about 5'10", almost 6 feet. And then you have the large, which is in black. That's for those ones that are about 6 feet and over. So according, it's really based upon the torso, because that's where the placement of the tool would take place. So if you have a longer torso, then you need a bigger tool. If you have a smaller torso, then you just want to get the smaller tool.
Awesome. And look at
And
that
yeah,
workout. Go,
yeah, the
Grant.
little video showing
Go.
how to utilize it. So definitely that comes. There's a video that comes with the purchase of the tool that you can go on YouTube and check it out. There's instructions of how to use the tool, written instructions that are in the packaging of that tool, of the product at least. And it's fairly simple to read. You can the Amazon reviews are great. Now, I will say one thing: the only negative thing, that because I'm very transparent in what I do, and the only negative thing that takes place with the tool that people complain about sometimes, the discomfort. And the discomfort comes from, if you have a lot of built up tension, stress, or that muscle, and the initial use might be a little uncomfortable. But after you use it and breathe through that a couple of sessions, you will find that this discomfort dissipates, and you will feel the best relief, and you would get more movement. It's with any muscle. It's like a massage. Some people don't really like deep massages, but it's probably the best thing for your body to truly get the relief that you need. You just got to learn how to breathe through it and maintain that breath and come off of it. Let your body talk to you, but go back to it. And you'd be surprised how much your muscles will actually relax. And that's the release process. There's no way to get around it. So it always behooves me, like, wow, people are there comment about that discomfort, but then you see the many other comments about how much of a relief that they get, and so that's just the nature of the beast here.
Awesome. So let me tell you what I've heard during this interview. So we have with us Sherwood Grant. He's an expert in his field. He has developed the Body Wedge, which is an amazing product that helps to release and relieve tension in the psoas muscle. This product will make you faster, stronger, and more agile, give you more fluidity when it comes to movement. I love that. And everybody knows you're going to be sore when you first start working out. That's like the first sign that you're on your way to somewhere great. So
Correct.
thank you so much, Sherwood, for being a part of this, for being a part of
No,
this
thank you.
and understanding production when it comes to being an inventor. I appreciate you for being here and sharing your time with me. Listen, this video will be uploaded to my YouTube channel and it'll be on Facebook. Like it'll be forever there. So visit thebodywedge.com to purchase you a body wedge. And
Yes, yes, definitely.
muscle. Any final comments, Sherwood?
No, no, I really appreciate this interview. I need to do a lot more. I need to do my due diligence to get out there into the social media because the pages are there, the Instagrams are there. So I really appreciate this because this is a jump start for me getting on top of that aspect of the business.
Awesome.
So, definitely bodywedge.com or wedgeyourbody.com, either one, or Amazon. Just go on Amazon and do a search for the body wedge and look for this tool. Definitely, it definitely comes up really easily when
Look,
you do that search.
I like it because it's pink. That's just me. All right. And he went over the sizes. So look, when you do your shopping, do your due diligence, read over all the details, choose the one that's correct for you. If you happen to get the wrong size, I'm pretty sure they'll let you exchange it. Amazon is very nice about returns. So
Yes.
look, happy shopping to you with the body wedge on Amazon or wherever you may find it, whether you go to thebodywedge.com or what's the other website?
Wedgeyourbody.com.
All right. So whichever one you go to, hopefully you will find the product that you desire. Thank you for being a part of this show. Everyone, have yourself a great
Thank
evening.
you.
And this is Inventors Talk with Kathleen, the inventor of the Diva Wings. Bye.
Bye.